How's it, everyone? Welcome to Race Space. Tonight we are here for the final round of the Rally Fighters Championship. It's qualifying night, Monday, and joining me on the stream in commentary for the first time is Rock. You all know him as from Racing in the Community. How's it going, man? Yeah, good. It's Rallycross night, so it's always a good night. Same here in Cape Town. It's getting chilly some of these days, but today's not too bad actually. I'm in shorts and stuff, not in longs tonight. Usually I'm a bit colder the last week or so, but yeah, let's see how the night goes. We're just checking. Yeah. Yeah, funny thing there, summer is probably cold as some of our winters, but yeah, Def definitely. Yeah, fictional track, but it is supposed to be here in South Africa. It looks to me, I don't know, we'll ask again, I'll ask you when it loads in, but I think it's somewhere maybe in the Cape here, in like Cape Town, like in the Winelands maybe, but we'll take a look when we load in. I'm just checking if we're supposed to get a new driver tonight, but he's not really responding to anything, so I'm gonna have to go this first race without him, unfortunately. The guys are all ready, and yeah, it's time to go. Let's get this going. So, I mean, we were just saying before this that well, Rock, you've raced, or Roy, you've raced in the Rally Fighters Championship before, back in season 1. I think you did a couple of races at the start of this season as well, but this is one of the tracks you've never actually raced officially in the championship. You've done a few fun lobbies here, but how does this track, can you remember it? How does it feel for you, this one? Alright, so Roy, you are on cameras. I'm just going to check here. We've got a comment. I'm just going to check something. Apologies. Sorry, what was that? No, so we'll just see now. The guys were doing their setups and they're about to pull off. There they go. There, full send there from Ratek, so he gets out of the first corner first. He's followed closely by Kento with Berries in third and Palm in fourth. So we've seen some really good battles towards the end of the season between Ratek and Kento. They are friends in real life as well. They've done some real racing together, so it's a good friendly rivalry there from those two. Kento really starting to get the hang of that Ford as well. He's been pretty quick throughout the championship. I think he has, yes. So he's at the back. He's got that tick there. I don't know if you can see it on your side there, Roy. That tick means that they have jokered already. So Ratek with a mistake there. So he's dropped into fourth place. Ooh, Kento just overshoots slightly into the barriers, so that allows Palm Palm and Perry's the only two South Africans tonight in the supercar class, so this is a home race for them. And Palm's doing quite well, but he does have Berries right behind him, and Berries has taken the Joker. So I think just looking at the lineup right now, I think Berries is probably leading the race, seeing as he has taken that Joker already, because he's probably going to get past Kento and he Jokers. Kento dives in now to the Joker. You can see very tight there. He has to pull the handbrake for that one. Ooh, so Kento actually almost did get out ahead of Berries, so Berries must have made like a little mistake there, but he just couldn't get the pull out of the Joker. So he's right on the back of Berries. There's not much between them, and Palm full send sideways into that first corner, and it looks like they've both come out of that one okay. It looked very close from those two cars. So you can see there over the back wing of Kento, you could see Palm behind him, but it's quite... Ooh, Palm just overshoots up the hill into the barriers, so that's going to slow him down a bit. Proper wheelie there from Berries, but Berries makes a massive mistake just before the end, and Kento also. Kento fully sideways over the jump, but I think he's going to take the win here. Berries comes third because Ratek sneaks through into second, so epic recovery from Ratek's earlier mistake. And Palm, though, coming off the worst with that impact on that barrier. I'm just going to check something here because somebody said something on the stream about there being no sound. So I just want to check something. I think, Roy, just listening to you now, you were sounding a little far away again. But I'm just going to double check if there is no sound or what's happening. So just apologies while I disappear for a moment. Feel free to just fill the gap there if you want. I'll be right back. Alright, Roy, they can hear me, they can't hear you, so I think I know what the issue is here. So I'm just going to walk you through it very quickly. So apologies, guys, just for the quick delay. So Roy, if you just go to the party chat that we joined earlier. Let me know when you're there in that party chat. Okay, if you go into the settings for the party chat, that's in that window. I don't know yet, but there should be a setting there that you had to tick a box or something to allow your voice to be shared. Yeah, there should be a setting there for that.
Right. How's it? Okay, I've done that.
Okay, was it off?
Yes, it was off.
Okay, yeah. So all the stuff you've been speaking there, no one's heard up until now. So I'm sure now that the box is ticked, everyone should hear you. And
tick the box.
Yeah, let me just double check with the guys now that it's all running, and then we'll get into the second race.
Let's get into the second race. Let's see, we've got McQuartie, we've got Kenny, we've got our resident Italian, and we've got Dusty. So it's an all Northern Hemisphere knockout tonight on round 2. So we've got 2 Fords, an Audi, and a Citroen. Kenny with his beautiful Citroen. And let's hope Kenny can keep it together, not lose a bumper or two. And Mazzetzi, Carlo, with his fantastic, fabulous Ford.
Okay, apologies for that, Roy. I'm back now. I was just double checking
Alright.
that they can hear everything. It looks like it is all working now, so it was just that
Oh, that's
mistake. I forgot about
alright.
that. It's been a while since we had a new person in commentary.
I didn't
Okay,
even know that option was there.
yeah, now you see we learn everything every day. Okay, so that was qualifying one, race one. We're on to qualifying one, race two now.
And that's all a Northern Hemisphere knockout on knockout 2.
Yeah, so we've got, we're actually missing someone here. We're missing,
Who are we missing?
we're missing Ali. I don't know if Ali's going to be racing tonight. He did
Oh,
register.
Carlo is there.
Yeah, we got Carlo, but remember Ali, he's working sometimes on these nights. He works shifts and things, in sort of like a health care sort of thing,
Yes.
so it never really is 100%.
Sure.
But I just want to double check with Carlo before we go, because we don't want to leave out Ali if he is around.
And then that's not nice to leave your brother out.
Yeah.
As I was saying, we've got Kenny with his fabulous Citroen there. We've got 2 Fords here and an Audi. Hopefully Dusty's Audi doesn't have wings. And
well, you've
over
missed
the
some of this championship. So they actually, Dusty is currently leading the championship by 10 points. Kenny is in second place. And so Kenny, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want Dusty to crash out, but he will be hoping that Dusty has some of the worst rounds of his life here. And Kenny's going to be hoping that he can basically win everything tonight.
Well, knowing Kenny, you will try.
He will, but Dusty won't make it easy. And so it's tight. It's a similar story for the lights, but we'll get there later when the lights are on. Okay, so Carlos says he's not he doesn't think Ali's going to be joining. So let's get going. We've got everyone, I believe. We should McQuartie and Kenny and Dusty. So we do.
That's it. The 4 are there.
So it's a 4-car race again.
Let's see who gets the best spots on the starting grid.
Yeah, that's the other thing when you do this on the console on Project Cars 2 is you never know. It's luck of the draw where you appear on the grid. Kenny has had a bad reputation in this one. He always gets the back slot. Unluckily for
but the
him.
back slot's not always the worst slot to start on this one because of that crazy hairpin in the front. So.
Yeah, it's obviously a bad place when there's 6 cars, but luckily for him it's only 4, so it's not too far back. But yeah, it's dependent on how the guys in the front approach that first corner. I tend to, if I'm on the inside at the front, I'll just hug that inside corner as tight as I can. So I don't really give the guys a lot of space to go up the inside of me there.
So we've got Dusty in second and Kenny in fourth.
Yeah, so back row for Kenny again.
Yes, in the inside lane.
So Dusty is lucky there to get a front row. Carlo has been doing quite well in that Ford lately as well, and Mark Quirty, one of our few guys on controller as well, on the back.
Right, and where they go?
Someone's jump started.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's Carlo. Okay, so let's get cameras on Dusty leading the pack now with Kenny there. So Carlo with a jump start. So that's horrible for him. That's 0 points for this qualifying round. McQuartie, something's happened to him because he's dropped back. But this is the race we're watching right now. The champion currently, until this round is over, we don't know if he'll win the championship, but he's leading right now is Dusty. He's the man to watch.
And Kenny's taking his Joker lap as well. And
he's not too far behind either. So it is quite a fast Joker lap, this one, if taken correctly.
That's a good line there. And Kenny.
Definitely.
All together.
He's definitely on full form right now. I think he's been doing some practice.
That's it. That looks like that over the hill there is quite a heavy bump there for the car.
Yeah, there's if the hill you have to take a specific way. If you don't get it right, it's so easy to run it wide, and if you put a wheel over the side of the track there, it pulls you even more in off track. So you got to be quite careful there. Like maybe a little bit of brake applied as you go up. But you can see both of these guys; they're right on point. Like
they're hitting those apexes 100%.
Not missing a corner. You keep it tight there up the hill. Dusty's gonna leave his Joker by the looks of it till the final lap. So he's got Kenny right behind him right now. This is gonna be super close.
Kenny's very fast through all the sectors.
Ooh, Dusty runs it a bit wide. Still leading, but Kenny's made up some ground there. So I think it's Kenny's race to lose here if I'm going to take a guess. I think if Kenny gets that last section right, which is also tricky because it gets very tight here just after the Joker lap.
Yeah, there's Kenny looking on the inside. Let him go, Kenny. That's it. He's going for a Joker.
But now Kenny's got to keep it tight. Kenny's already through now, but where's the merge? Kenny out ahead of Dusty, so that's a good run. Kenny will be happy with that one. Dusty not that far off either, so very close race from those two.
McCurdy still bringing up the rear there.
Could be struggling with a bit of damage if he overshot that first corner, but I mean he is on controller. We know sometimes on certain tracks he struggles a bit more. Also the Ford, one of the biggest cars, so it's not the easiest sometimes if you're not fully comfortable with it.
And there he comes, over the line.
Over the line he goes. So good race from those guys. Unlucky though from Carlo. I would have liked to see him in the action a bit more.
And unfortunately, yes, for Carlo to jump the start there. Very tough track. Kenny had a fabulous launch again. Dusty keeping it together, but Kenny overall I think got the fastest lap as well.
He did. But you can see the different starts there. Dusty and Kenny get on the power there just before they do a bit of wheel spin before they launch.
So now we're heading to qualifying 3.
No, this will be qualifying 2, race 1.
Qualifying 2, race 1.
Yeah, so this is now, we've got Marquetti, Ratek, Dusty, we've got Matsutsi again, and if that new guy, Rikan, is around, he should be in this one, but we haven't been able to get through to him, unfortunately. So
Marquetti and Carlo gets a second shot in a row at this track.
Yeah, so the first qualifying, for anyone that's never watched this before, how we do it is that's always random draw. I use a random generator app to draw those races. So it's a mix of fast and slower guys, but from qualifying 2 onwards is based on the previous round's qualifying. So this is now the slower guys from qualifying 2 of Scotland, which we did 2 weeks ago. So
where's Ratek in the championship standings? Is he
Ratek? I think he's just below Kento. I'll have to pull out my points when we get the race started and have a good look. But I have a feeling him and Kento are close. I think Kento is about 4th, and I think Ratek's about 5th. But I'll confirm that as the race goes on. So I'm just going to double check we got everyone. McCurdy, Ratek, Carlo, yeah, and Dusty.
And the guys are ready to go.
Ready to rumble there. So just while it's loading in, I'm going to pull up my points here and have a look.
Let's see, will Dusty be the favorite Ian in this race? Is he going to be able to keep his lead this time from Mark? We know Marcus Ratek is quite good at rallycross. Let's hope he can keep it together.
Yeah, he had an unlucky time in Scotland, actually, I think, and he had a bit of an unlucky go of Lyddon as well, which is a pity because those were his sort of home races, but he has actually won a race here in the past, like a whole round before. This was his win that he got a season or two back.
Let's see. Green flag. Dusty's in front. Everybody is off the line.
Side by side there from the two Audis, the two teammates. Ooh, Dusty gets a bit of curb, just launches him over there a bit. So he's dropped back into third, and Carlo there, he's getting a good run now after his jump start. So, Dusty backwards. He's gone over that bump there, and it's spun him round. So that is unlucky for him. Not making lots of mistakes.
And McQuarrie has taken the Joker lap.
And Dusty is behind him. That's gonna, if Dusty gets back on pace again, that could hold him up slightly.
Oh, Dusty's pretty fast going through there, catching McQuarrie there.
Yeah, he's gonna try up the inside now. Side by side. It just runs the Ford out a little bit wide, so that gives him enough space to get through. Ratek currently leading. I don't know, Matsutsi seems to have fallen off a bit. I wonder if he's made a mistake. He's going to take his Joker now, so he's doing that to try and cover off Dusty. If he can get out ahead of Dusty now, that'll set him up. Let's check the merge there. Who's coming out? Dusty behind Matsutsi. So it's a good move there from Matsutsi to cover off Dusty. That secures him his second place. Now Dusty has to overtake him on the track.
Yes, and Dusty taking a bit of too much curb there.
Dusty, I think, pushing real hard now. You can see how sideways Matsutsi gets there in that Ford. That's what we like to see. Ooh, full sideways there. Carlo lighting it up right now. Oh, too much, and Dusty slips on through into second. And while that was all going on, Ratek's also done his Joker, so it looks like he's going to take the win here if he can manage this last lap.
Mark is very far ahead. Dusty's now coming out.
Good drift there from Dusty.
Carlo is at McQuarrie coming over the line now for his last lap.
Let's watch Ratek cross that line. I'm sure he'll be getting there soon. It's a final jump now for Ratek.
And there he comes over the line.
Ooh, into the barriers. He hasn't crossed the line yet. And he's over. So that was super close to going horribly wrong for him, but he manages. And there's a box there now which Matsutsi hits.
And in comes McQuarrie. Still showing no signs of damage we know of.
You never know. Sometimes it's hard to tell on these cars, but if you get any sort of suspension damage, it really gives you a hard race.
With the fastest lap there. Mark just with the second fastest lap. The constant, once you get in front and you can keep it together, that's it.
Yeah, it worked out for him that time. He really came closer to messing it up at the end there. That was unlucky. It will hurt his time a bit, I'm sure, because remember, qualifying is all based on total time, so you're not just racing the guys in this race, you're racing the guys that are coming in this next race as well. It's all
if he was showboating for us there.
Yeah, but so that could hurt his overall time, which might slow him down a bit. But anyways, for this next one we have Kenny, we have it should have been Ali, but doesn't look like he's here tonight. We got Berries, Kento and Palm. So it's an interesting two races we're having for this qualifying too, because usually you'd see Dusty isn't usually in that slower race first. Dusty usually is in the second one, and same usually with Ratek. So weird to see them go first.
Alright, so you say Kenny must be in the race, Kento, Palm and
Berries.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The guys are logging in. The guys are loading in now. So we've got 2 South Africans against 2 Brits.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So the 2 South Africans in their home race, what can they do?
And it's a four different manufacturer race as well. So we've got a Citroen, an Audi, a Ford, and a Mini.
Yeah, it's always
Your
nice to
favorite
see. A big favorite of mine, that Mini. It likes to go very sideways. If he drives it sideways enough, we'll see some good first turn action in that Mini.
Yes, we saw in the first race, Palm did have some very exciting moments with the Mini.
Yeah. I actually want to see Carlo use the Mini for a season. I think he would be really, really interesting to watch in that Mini, because he goes sideways in everything. So to see him use that Mini would be an impressive sight, I think.
Impressive feat, an impressive sight, yes, that would be. The Mini, a very, very box car, go-karty. Should actually do well on this track. The track looks, when you're actually driving the track, it looks very small. But when you're watching it from the side, it looks very wide.
Yeah. I'd say it's one of the bigger rallycross tracks. And what's nice about it is it's mainly dirt. A lot of the rallycross tracks only have a little bit of dirt on it, but this one's got quite a bit, so
Yeah.
I enjoy
And
that.
Berries has got the inside, yeah, and Kenny has the middle lane.
So you were just asking earlier about Ratic. So Ratic is currently in 5th in this championship, just behind Kento. Kento has got 203 points. Ratic has 195 points. So it's going to be difficult for Ratic to beat Kento. So it's looking like that might be where he finishes his championship in about 5th.
Alright, the engines are up. We're sinking and we're about to go racing. Barry gets a flash start again.
So Barry's up the inside. Kenny a bit wide into the barriers. Oh, he just gets collected by Kento as well. So that hasn't worked out. So Kenny and Dusty both having some hiccups on their first laps on these qualifying races.
And Barry's taking shortcuts again. Getting all the bollards out of the ground.
Yeah, it's playing bowling there. Over the jump he goes. So we've seen how that jump can catch you. If you don't go straight over the jump, you can really end up going sideways into those barriers. Palm actually doing a good job there. He's not too far. Oh, commentator's curse. He's just sent it too wide on that first corner. Now he's stuck behind the barriers.
Kento's Ford losing his bumper there, but there he goes.
Bonnet goes off. Oh, sorry, not bonnet, the bumper.
Yeah, somebody got a souvenir there.
Kenny up the inside of Palm there. Palm takes his joker.
Yes, but he came to a stop there before taking it.
It is a very sharp turn there. You have to be hard on the handbrake.
Berries has got a nice lead.
Very close there to the barrier.
Sorry, Berries, you missed a bollard there, bro.
He'll get it the next lap, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get it the next lap.
So Berries has to take his joker, I think, on the last lap. I think that's when he's going to save it for. He hasn't taken it yet. And you can see how close he got to the inside barrier there, where Ratek hit it in the previous race. It's very important to go over that jump straight.
Let's see if we can find Kento. Kento's still running nicely in second.
He's ahead of Kenny, so remember Kenny needs everything to go right for him here at Wild Crest if he stands a chance. And
this is the final lap, so unless Kento crashes it or bends it, then Kenny will be...
Yeah, he's not... So, I mean, he's still got more qualifying rounds to make up, so he just needs to make sure he wins every other qualifying round pretty much.
Kenny and Kento finish. Palm coming up with the Mini. Looking worse for wear. Also lost the bumper there somewhere.
I think he's got some damage. I think he hit the wall, so probably some suspension damage as well. But he was off to a good start. It's a pity that he ran it out wide there on that one lap. So that is qualifying 2 done.
And Kenny with a... Oh no, Berry's come up with a fast lap at Kenny, very close, 200ths of a second difference in best lap times there.
Yeah, it was just that first corner running it wide into the barriers that hurt Kenny there big time, and then obviously with Kento clipping the back of him. It was nothing really Kento could have done. He sort of... I think when he hit that barrier, his car sort of... The back came into the track, and that's just... Kento clipped the back of it, and
yes, and those barriers are quite absorbent, so they absorb you, stopping you still, and then you get sort of stuck in them.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get out of those barriers. It's a bit of a nightmare. But on to qualifying 3 now. We have Radtech, Kento, Palm, Berries, and I don't think that new guy is going to show up tonight, so I won't mention him.
Oh, that was one of our most exciting races. A lot of spares flying around there, crashing, fenders and bumpers missing.
Yeah. Well, there's always action here at Wildcrest. That's a good one. So we got Berries back for this one, and I think who was it? Kento was also there in that last one, and Palm. So three of the same guys. But
so it's just Mark that joins us in Radtech. Yes. So we've got 2 Audis, a Ford, and a Mini.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race because Berries has had a good run. Mark just had a good run before that as well. So those Audis are looking strong right now tonight.
The Audi does seem to be very strong. It seems to like those apexes, but Berries cutting every corner to make a straight line there.
So, you started this season off in the Citroen, in the gold Citroen, teammates with Kenny,
yes.
And I joined in that seat as the season went on when you weren't racing. So, we both actually have been racing the number 11 Citroen this season.
Oh, okay. Let's see, where's Kenny? Kenny's got the inside here. Berries has got the outside at the back. So we should have some crazy action up to the first corner.
I want to see Berries try around the outside move. Someone here has to try around the outside move.
Berries has got this outside starting position, so let's see what he can do. If he can get a good flyer off the line.
Berries says he'll get all the bollards this time.
And
good start from Kento. Radtech going to try up the inside there. I don't think he quite got it. Oh, Radtech and Kento, they've come together and crashed out. So Palm currently leading this race.
Yes.
The 2 South Africans out the head now.
The British guys taking each other out there. Obviously not for the Queen. And Palm is going very wide.
They both take Joker. So Palm just hit the column though, I think, of that Joker.
Yes.
So Berries is going to come out of there ahead, but both of them still in front of the 2 British guys that had the mistake earlier. So at the moment they're looking good to go here. As long as Palm can hold it together, he should. He's run it wide in that same spot.
Yes. That Mini doesn't like that first corner.
Yeah, you got to get early on the handbrakes there, put it sideways. I think he's just a little too late, obviously, where he's braking.
Yes. Mark has now moved up into second with a...
But he hasn't jokered yet, so when is he's going to do it now? He's going to answer back to Kento's previous joker.
Everybody's jokered except for Mark. Mark is now finished.
And he's out in second by the looks of it, so that was a good strategy to do his joker then.
He's hitting some bollards, lost a bumper.
Palm has pointed backwards there. He's probably hit a side, one of those crates on the side there. It's probably made him face backwards.
Yes.
But he gets turn 1 right that time.
That's wonderful. Yeah, he gets that jump there, if you land incorrectly and you hit those side
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, it just knocks you all over the place.
Last season in the final, I think it was, Ali, he did like a bit of a skateboarding trick on this track. He did that jump and he did like a grind on those boxes on the side. he actually crossed the line ahead of me with that move. He jumped past me over those boxes.
Yeah, that landing can be. Yeah, I think the minute he landed in it.
And he's lost his bonnet as well. So that Mini does like to break apart.
Oh, I can see that. There's now Hook McCurdy's bumper, and there it goes. And
so Berries finishes first, Ratic in second, Palm is going to cross the line. Probably in third. I can't see Kento. He must have had more mistakes. Ooh. Oh, Kento's rolled it or something because he's missing his wing.
And his rear bumper, rear boot, and
Palm's crashed. So now Kento up into third.
Oh, this is not a race for Palm. He really wants to have over.
I think Palm and Kento having a competition who can damage the car the most.
There's another bollard flying all over the place again.
So I wonder where Kento rolled it. Must have been the jump or something, because he definitely rolled to have lost his wing.
Yes, that was crazy race that. Crazy race there. Palm not scoring a best lap sector at all, so he had a horrible race.
Yeah, but he's had some good starts. He's just not. I think that first corner in all the races so far, when he gets to the second lap, first corner, he runs it wide. He needs to probably just turn in a bit earlier and get on the brakes a bit earlier, most likely. But I'm sure he'll get the hang of it going into the next qualifying rounds. But for this one, we have Dusty, Matsutsi, Kenny, and Mark Quirty.
So it's all Northern Hemisphere race there. Yes, that's my problem with rallycross as well. If I have a good one lap, then the next lap I tend to overcompensate and overconfident and end up crashing, hitting everything that can be hit. I've all hit it.
Yeah, I think we still need to get you into the lights cars. I think they are much better to at least learn all the tracks and stuff. It's a much easier. It's you don't drift them as much. You lose a lot more time drifting them.
Yes. But I'm a serious racer. I don't really do rallycross. I enjoy the high mechanical grip racing cars.
Yeah.
Rallycross is fun in a fun lobby, and we've got 5 cars in this run. Carl, is there going to be five guys now racing this next race?
We need Dusty, Matsutsi, Kenny, and Mark. And then also if Ali's around, but Ali hasn't been racing, so we need Kento to go.
Ah. All right.
And Kento has a concussion from rolling the car in the last race.
He must have. That poor 40, he had stripped it down to its roll cage.
Alright, so I think the guys are ready now. So this is now race 2 of qualifying 3.
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
This will be the final qualifying 3, and then on to qualifying 4 after this race. So supercar is almost done for tonight. It's actually gone quite quick, these supers.
Yeah, the guys have been very, very good tonight. Keeping themselves out of trouble. Those that have, and only Palm and some of the guys fighting with the race officials there on the sideline.
So just looking at the scenery there in the shot, where would you say, if you had to take a guess, where would you say this track would be, this fictional track?
That looks like the Ceres Mountains in Eastern Cape. Sorry, on the Western Cape there by near George side.
Yeah.
Looks like, yes.
It does look somewhere out there.
Yes.
So we've got the two Fords on the front row there. Matsutsi with the inside line. And that's McQuarrie on the outside in the Ford. Right at the back again, Kenny with his usual back. But he is on the outside, so I want to see him try for around the outside move there. Come on, we got to see around the outside on this track. And Dusty on his inside. So Dusty will have the defending line, I think, going into the corner there on Kenny.
Let's hope those two big bulky Fords can keep the front of the race.
Yeah, hopefully Carlo doesn't jumpstart this one, because he's in a good spot here.
He is. Please, Carlo, don't jumpstart.
What's that photographer there on the side? They're all pointing the wrong direction. They're looking behind. Look, they're taking photos behind the cars.
Yes, of the fantastic scenery out there.
Okay.
Alright, the cars are revving up, ready to go.
So you can see the tire spin there from Kenny and Dusty. So epic launch from Dusty.
Ooh.
And inside line, so Carlo is still in the lead. Kenny up into third. Dusty, no, Kenny is just past Dusty on that corner. Super close. I think the cars were touching. Carlo just runs it a bit wide. Oh, he spun it right round, but he's recovered, but he's spun off, and Kenny into the wall. Kenny also into the wall. So this allows Dusty past. This is not what Kenny wants, is for Dusty to be ahead of him. And Dusty was a clean track now to just put in fast laps.
McQuarrie's done his joker, and so has Kenny.
Kenny and Carlo right side by side now. Carlo around the outside.
And Kenny keeping it
still side by side. Ooh, that's what happens when no one backs off. Kenny into the wall. So that is oof. Kenny's not having good luck this round.
Yes, I think Carlo and Kenny tagged there, and Carlo let him through. Very sportsmanlike.
Good sportsmanship, but still, from the start, this one hasn't worked out for Kenny. Kenny, who needs a close to perfect run here.
And Dusty having to move the bollards out of the way. The polystyrene bricks out the way. McQuarrie having a better race.
Yeah, he's. I think he's just managed to stay out of a lot of trouble. He has done his joker as well. Dusty leaving the joker for the last lap again.
Let's watch Kenny. Kenny's coming. Oh, what? Where did that Ford go? Okay. On my screen, the Ford launched in the air over the top. I don't know if it was by you as well.
No, I didn't see that. God, he jumped the whole signage.
Yes, he jumped over my screen. I didn't see it.
That's rocket mode.
That's lag on my side.
But so yeah, everyone's joking now. I think Dusty's going to cross the line in first. He does now. Kenny is through into second, but time-wise, I don't think it's going to be the best run for him.
Kenny comes through, and McQuarrie,
McQuarrie will be in third, and Matsutsi.
It was McQuarrie who disappeared off my screen, so I don't know if it was a spike in the lag there from a long distance.
Could be.
But it was quite exciting to see the car. It's like a nice Butter drop goal there.
Yeah, nice Butter for anyone, any rugby fans out there that know a bit about South African rugby. Although I think even most of our members these days are British, the active ones.
Yes. The feared nice Butter, the man who could drop kick anything. Way over the poles.
He was before his time.
Oh yeah, well, he was the man who never passed. Yes, going up watching nice Butter. But anyway, coming back to Rally Cross and leaving the rugby for the rugby guys.
For another day. But so we've got in this race now, we're on to qualifying for race 1. We have Kento, we have Palm, McQuartie, Kenny, and Recan, but yeah, he's not been around. So wait, I have got a message. I must have. He says he's spectating, but he missed it. But I don't know, if he races, he pretty much makes it to the semi. So if he's online, this is his race.
Oh, well, he's missed out on a very exciting race with the guys tonight. Some epic drifting. I see, Ratic doing epic drifts again with his car, getting it very sideways and long. He'll make Mr. Block beam with pride the way he does those drifts. Right, so we got McQuartie, we got Kento, we got Palm, and we got Kenny.
Alright, so you can see McQuartie and Kento, the two teammates there in the Ford.
Two Fords, a Mini and a Citroen.
Alright, let's get this going.
Let's hope, let's see where the roll of the dice lands him tonight. Hopefully the Fords get the front row again and we can have some spectacular first corner action.
It's always interesting, those Fords. Big car.
Well, and although it looks big and it feels big, it actually handles quite nimbly in this game. Other people...
Yeah, it is a very popular choice, the Ford. I used the Ford one season. It's a good one.
Yes. I've tried the Citroen. It's not too bad. It's just a bit, unless you have a proper setup, which Kenny had. Well, Kenny's driving style is just fantastic. So the Fords are splitting the two.
Hold on, I'm just getting some talk in my ear. I'll be back.
Okay. So we've got Kenny in front, Palm on the inside. McQuartie and Kento in the middle, the two Fords in the middle, splitting the Citroen and the Mini.
Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, a bit of a split there. We got Palm has a really good position here there for the start.
Yes,
if he holds off overshooting that corner again in this one, he could have a good run here. Epic launch though from Kento. Palm still in second, Kenny behind there, and right at the back is McQuartie for now.
You guys have gone through very nicely. No
nice train up the hill.
And there goes a bumper.
Very nice there from those two up front. Oh! Palm just tags the back of Kento there. I got tagged there last season in the final. That was while I was leading the race, and it was my chances of winning gone, but it's an easy thing to do there. It's a very tight turn. Kenny up into first right now, and he's jokered, so he's looking strong. Ooh, McQuartie in the background just
has broken it.
Yeah, so let's take a look though between Palm and Kento. That's a good race happening there.
Yes.
Kento up the inside. Into the joker he goes. Palm's going to follow him in.
And Palm overcooking it there. Watch out for the barriers.
Too much sideways, I think, there for Palm.
And Kenny coming through. All in his lonesome up there in front of you.
I mean, this'll be good for Kenny though, because now he's got a clean track to work with, and he can put in some fast laps and try and actually win a qualifying round here. Because he needs those points. He needs to try and win qualifying. He's got to hope that Dusty hasn't won too many already.
Palm coming up in the rear in the back there. I see, there we go. Kenny goes over the line.
For his last lap. The only person... Well, Palm did joker, but it didn't count as joker, I don't think, because he went out.
It shows me that he's done his joker.
Okay, on my screen it doesn't show that he's done it, but we did see him go in there, and he had that spin. So So everybody jokered right now. So unless there's any major crashes, this is going to be their finishing order as Kenny just comes over the jump. He finishes first for this heat. Kento is looking like he's going to go over in second. And he does McQuartie now. What happened with McQuartie? Oh, he collected that barrier earlier. And,
Yes.
but he's done okay to recover here, to be honest. He's not lost. And Palm there just struggling to get that mini under control.
No,
Sideways over the jump.
His second half of the race is a disaster. He gets the first part done so well, and then when he gets to the second half of the race, everything unravels for him.
Yeah. So it does look like Rican has appeared now, so he will be in the lights later. He's missed the supers, unfortunately, but he will be able to compete in the lights. So this is now going to be the final race of supers. We have race 2 qualifying 4. We have Dusty, Berries, Ratek, Matsutsi, and who knows, if Ali's around, jump in, man, because if you jump in, you're pretty much guaranteed for the semis on Thursday. So Ratek is in. We have Kento needs to go. Oh, the weakest link. Goodbye.
Carlo is ready, Dusty is ready, Berry's waiting for Berry. Oh, we're all ready to go.
Dusty. Yeah, I think that's everyone.
So we've got 3 Audis in this race.
Yeah, full Audi team, the Savage Racing team there. So they are all 3 on a team, but Ratek hasn't been getting team points this championship. He's running a solo championship, but he is on the same team as those guys, just unable to get points because only 2 cars can get points for a team.
So this should be quite interesting. Berry's doing well tonight, and Mark and Ratek both doing well tonight.
Yeah, Ratek's had some good runs. Dusty had a couple moments, but he's done well all around, I think. And Barry is also has had a good run, and all of them have been fast this championship. Barry's actually, I don't think, is too far off the championship either. He won't be able to win it, but he definitely put up a fight this season. I'm just going to check his points. So Barry's is on 284 points and Dusty on 310. But that's before obviously taking into account what's happened in qualifying here. We'll only be able to work that out later on in the week before we get to the finals on Thursday night.
Yes, and it seems that Carlo got the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
There isn't Dusty at the back there.
So Ratek is on the inside. He's going to be able to hold that. He'll be happy with that position, I'm sure. And come on, Berries. We want to see Berries send it around the outside here. Put on a show for us. Final race. Good launch there from Ratek.
Dusty got a bit bogged down there. Come on, where are you guys? Oh, very nice.
So they're all looking pretty good here.
Berry's at the back of the pack.
Yeah.
It's strange to see him there.
Very close from the front 2 Audis. You can see last minute decision there, I think, for Dusty to go Joker, but he's followed by the other 2 cars as well of Matsutsi and Berries.
Alright, Mark comes out without his Joker, and we have a... Oh, I think we had a bit of a spin there, but nobody spun.
Big action here from Matsutsi. Sends it a bit wide, but he's looking up the inside of Berries again.
Berry's knocking all the bollards over for us. Very kind of him.
Carlo seriously rotating that car though. You can see on that camera shot from on the wing, he couldn't even see the track. He was pointing so far around.
He really gets that forward sideways.
is his first season using that car. He usually uses the Citroen. I think Carlo joined us for 2 seasons before this one, and both seasons he was in the Citroen. So he's sort of new to the Ford, but he's been doing okay in it. He did very well in Knockhill. So Matt Ratek's jokered, but he's come out in 4th.
He's 12 seconds behind the leader, which is...
So he must have had a mistake somewhere as well.
Yes, and he must have, unfortunately. Barry's cutting everything there very sharp with his Audi.
It almost looks like Berries could be closing the gap though.
He's catching Dusty.
I think he's just ever so slightly quicker here.
Let's get a tail view of this. Oh, he's still quite right. They're coming up very quickly.
When it gets to that tail view camera up the hill, you really want to have someone right behind them so that you can see how cool it looks on the stream. Somebody, that must be where Ratek went. Oh, Barry's flipped it! Oh, he hasn't crossed the line yet!
No, he hasn't.
No, so he's not going to be able to cross the line. So Matsutsi in 2nd. Ratek is in 4th still. He hasn't come past yet, but Berries will not finish this race. So Berries... Oh no, Ratek won't overtake him by the looks of things either. All he has to do is overtake him to beat him.
15 seconds. He's got 10 seconds to go. Come on, Mark.
Oh, he runs it into the barriers. Oh, he hits Berries over. So teamwork there. He's going to let Berries over the line. Berries in 3rd and 4th for Ratek there.
What a race. What a race. Yes, Berries collects that 3rd place.
That is so unfortunate there for Berries. It was going so well until that point.
And fantastic times all around.
Berries with the fastest lap, but we know that it's not fastest lap, it's total time that's important.
Yes. And he was just hanging around sideways there on the last lap, waiting for something to happen.
Anyways, so that is Supercars done for tonight, the RFX class. We will be back in a couple minutes with the lights class, and Ratek will be on commentary for that one. I'll be jumping in and out of racing and commentary, and Rock will also be on commentary for that one. So we'll see you guys.
Fun having Mark online again with us.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple minutes on that stream. You can find it on our same YouTube channel, and it'll go live in a couple minutes. See you guys in a moment. Don't go anywhere.